Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kansas City, Kansas, the Kansas Speedway. Among the world's most modern motorsports facilities, Kansas Speedway opened for business in 2001, some 15 miles west of Kansas City, under the ownership of International Speedway Corporation. Originally consisting of a 1.5-mile tri-oval with uniform 15-degree banking, the facility underwent major revamp in 2012 that resulted in progressive banking of the oval to 17 to 20 degrees, along with the addition of a 6-turn road course incorporating a twisty infield section in all but a few hundred feet of the oval. The facility has permanent seating for 72,000 spectators, along with a hotel and casino featuring more than 100,000 square feet of gaming space. Kansas Speedway has hosted a variety of motorsports events over the years, including all 3 NASCAR Premier Series, ARCA, Indy Cars, and Grand American Sports Cars, which utilizes the road course. Lighting was completed in 2011, and they'll be on tonight for the My Cricket Makes Truck series, coming up next on HBR TV. Once again, welcome everybody to Kansas Speedway, the My Cricket Makes Truck series practice underway, just about completed, a few minutes left in the session. We'll take a look who's out on track at the moment. Right now, Cody Harger top of the board, a 30.92 out of the driver of the 66. With Zach Millet right there at the same time. It's actually officially a 30.93 for the 315 truck. See Brian Torsch out there, current reigning truck champion. We have a new fast time top of the board. It's Donald Ray, 30.85 out of the number 41. While we have the opportunity before practice comes to a close, got to go ahead and thank the sponsors, of course. My Cricket Makes, custom-made signs, and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. And to LSI, Litchfield Specialty, associate sponsor of the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. Already got a few of you guys in the stream chat. Dustin Painter, go get them boys. Dustin racing tonight? Expecting to see him out there, but maybe, maybe not. Tabitha Brown, of course, with My Cricket Makes, cheering on the 05 of Dale Legan. Again, go over the race info for this evening's event here from Kansas City. 80 laps. This is the second race of the season. Drivers will have 1 extra set of tires over the wall, and they are running on a 65% fuel load, which means about a 28 to 32 lap fuel pit window. You can stretch that tank of fuel to a full 32 laps. I was only able to go about 31 and a quarter before it quit. But that was definitely not in fuel save mode. So we'll see if these guys can go a tick longer, stretch it a little bit of the ways. Going to be at least a 2-stop race, but again, with 1 set of tires, you're going to have to work that strategy as well. To the one of Ben Choate. Ben sporting a new paint scheme out there, sharp looking F-150. TRS, My Cricket Makes. What else we got on there? LSI on the hood. Repping all the sponsors of the league. Nicely done. And even had an HBR TV logo that he made. Very nice. Practice is in the books. Let's see what we have for qualifying. Looks like Shane Wagner first to the track. Number 26 Budweiser Silverado rolling out on track. Wagner starting his first of 2 qualifying laps. Brings the 26 down to the apron. First lap of 31.349 for Shane Wagner. Right now in the 50 of Mark Thomas, his first lap of 31.152 puts him top of the board. Jamie Kerr is second, quick 200ths off of that time. To the line, Mark Thomas, lap number 2. Did he improve? It is a 31.19, not quicker. It slides him down actually to the 5th spot. Now the 6th position. Cody Harger is taking over the top spot. Ryan Torsch's first lap of 31.28 puts him in the top 10 so far. Let's see if he can pick it up on lap number 2. Crosses the line at the start finish. Plug check for good measure. A 31.13 puts the number 2 in the 7th position. Ben Schotte's first lap, 31.22. That's 15th on the board, second from the bottom. See if Ben can pick up the pace here on his second lap. Lap 2 for Ben Schotte, 31.19. Moves him to the 16th position. Zach Millet on track, first lap of 31.083, just shy of the top spot. 315 off corner number 4 at the start finish line. Lap 2 for 315 of Millet. Maybe he's just starting his second lap. Here we go. Lap 2 for Zach Millet comes to a 30. Come on, let's see it. Still nothing. I don't know what's going on there. Zach Millet sits outside front row right now, 5/100ths of a second off of the 66 of Cody Harger. Like Zach's just clocking some extra laps here. Pete Woodrum is out there getting ready to finish his second lap. 19th quick so far. 31.373 was his first lap. Lap 2 for Pete Woodrum, 31.570. Got Steve Requino out on track as well. Steve looking smooth off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Now Bill Voracek goes to the top 10. He moves up into the 7th position. Good lap by Bill. 31,491 for Requino. That's 21st on the board. I believe that is last of cars that have taken a time. Could have been the throwaway lap. We'll see how it plays out going forward. Requino into 3 and 4. Moves up to 7th spot, 31,082 for Steve Requino. Dale Legan now, his first lap's in the books, a 31,428. The number 05 My Cricket makes Silverado. Dale goes from 23rd to 12th with a second lap, 31,137 for the 05. Big improvement out of the 05 truck of Dale Legan. Looks like that's going to about do it. There's one driver that has yet to hit the track, maybe here in an admin role. But we got a 23 truck field. If you just base it on who took a time, it'd be a good race here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Once again, with about 3.5 minutes officially left in the session, let's go through and thank the sponsors once again. My Cricket makes custom-made signs and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. And to LSI, Litchfield Specialty, associate sponsor of the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. And Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And special thanks to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with our starting grid after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kansas City, Kansas, the Kansas Speedway for the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. And our starting grid on the pole, the number 66 of Cody Harger, to his outside, this is 315 of Zach Millet. Starting in row number 2, the 26 of Shane Wagner and the 20 of Aaron Conover. Starting in row number 3, it is Ed Boyles Jr., the number 38 machine, with the 6 of Donald Ray, the 41 of Donald Ray starting 6th. Steve Requino, the number 24, starting 7th. Bill Voracek in the 9, starting 8th. In the 9th position, it's Brian Rupert in the number 3, with Kevin Feemster in the 10th position. Starting in the 11th spot, it is the defending Truck Series champion, Brian Torsha, in the number 2 machine, with the 12th position driver, Dale Legan, starting in the 05 truck. Starting 13th, it is Doug Wolcott in the 12, with Mark Thomas in the 50, starting in the 14th position. Starting 15th, newcomer Eric Beadle in the number 19 machine, with Mike LaJoy in the 29, starting 16th. Starting 17th, it's Ronaldo McKinnon in the 52, with Jamie Kerr in the number 75 Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel machine. Starting 19th, it's Matt Newborn, the number 47, with Ben Choate in the 1. 21st is Anthony Rayner, and Dan Butler will start 22nd. Starting 23rd in the number 8 truck with 304 Motorsports, it is Pete Woodrum. And starting 24th shotgun on the field, 51, Kevin Newborn. Your starting grid here from Kansas Speedway. Sun is starting to set here at the racetrack. Drivers making their way down the backstretch on their formation lap. Gonna go green, I believe, this time by. Get this race underway. Pace car peels off the banking, waiting for the green to wave.
Green flag.
Green flag waves. We're underway here from Kansas Speedway. Cody Harger, Zach Millett into turn number 1. Had a car in the wall, not sure who it was, but we stay under green as he was able to gather it back up. Still have a battle for the top spot. Cody Harger, Zach Millett, Aaron Conover starting to join this mix, as well as Shane Wagner down low. Top 4 real tight together, but 5 and 6 they're closing in as well as they work into turn number 3. Zach Millett crosses over off turn number 3 into the back straightaway, trying to take advantage of the position to take away the top spot from Cody Harger into turn 3. Zach has the position. He slide up and clear the 66. He can. New leader, lap 4. Zach Millett, the 315 truck. Cody Harger battling back on the outside. Doesn't seem to be the preferred lane. You can kind of hang there, but it's tough to complete the pass. Zach figured it out real early, dropped it down low, took over the top spot. Able to defend now as the top 5-6 trucks get into a line here. Further back in the field, looking at the 1 of Ben Choate. Again, new paint on that number 1 truck here this evening. He battles to the outside, and we do have a caution. Maybe Bill Voracek. We got trouble off turn 4 here. Trouble for the number 9 LSI truck of Bill Voracek here, lap 5 of 80. And we talked about it in the open. Fuel window under green, 28 to 32 laps, depending on how well you can stretch it. And 1 set of tires over the wall. Go back and take a look, see what we can find happening here with the 9 of Voracek. He's in behind the 7. Kevin Feemster, 24 Requino down low. Already some damage to the back of that machine. Looks like Wagner got in trouble up into the fence. So did Wolcott and the 7. It's a bigger wreck than we thought. Get a look at that one from the blimp here. Yeah, Shane Wagner's up in the fence. You got the 2 actually getting some contact as well. Wolcott slides down in front of Requino. Contact made. Catches the 7. Goes up in front of the 9 of Voracek, and the wreck is on. Couple of guys hitting the pit lane here. Ed Boyles, Wagner, Requino, Choate, Rupert, Torsha. Seemingly all involved on some level in that last caution. Get some minor repairs, top off the tanks. Again, I can't imagine anybody's going to take tires this early on. Kind of pointless to waste that one and only set over the pit wall. Of course, they do start with a fresh set of Goodyears. You can split that up at least somewhat evenly. Wait till that 40 lapish mark if you can really manage it. Then take the opportunity for maybe a late splash and go to get the truck to the finish. Lots of different strategies one can play here at Kansas Speedway with the cards that everyone has been dealt this afternoon. And again, if I sound a little nasally or more nasally than I normally do, just getting over a pretty bad head cold. It's not COVID, don't worry. I got rid of my TVs. I'll be just fine. But we're going to power through it. Call this race to the finish. Lights are indeed off atop the pace car. We're going to go green this time by. Pace car peels off. We wait on the 315 of Zach Millet to hit the throttle. It's on him.
Green flag.
Waits till the green waves. Zach back in the throttle. Harger, Conover, and Ray come up to speed relatively quickly all at the same time, with Mark Thomas, the 50 truck, working his way up to the pack. He's up 9 spots already here, only 8 laps in. Mark was running a GT1 Road Course Series race last Sunday evening at Laguna Seca. Had the thing locked up, leading on the last lap, and contact made with a competitor around he went, was unable to win that race. So certainly gutted for that one. He had it in the bag, but here he is running top 5 in the truck here at Kansas. Back pulling out to a little bit of a lead here. A couple of trucks back to the 20 of Conover. Cody Harger slipped to 3rd. 41 of Donald Ray is 4th, and Mark Thomas still 5th. Ray is starting to look now to the inside of the 66 of Harger. Going to try and take away the 3rd position from him. Right on board here with Mark Thomas. And Mark, really calculating driver out there, not the most aggressive, but tends to bring the truck home in one piece. And in many cases, that's how you finish these races up front, and in a lot of cases, take home a checkered flag. It's worked out for him in the past. Just sitting here running his race, only 10 laps in of 80. It's not go time just yet. Mark under pressure now from the 29 of Mike LaJoy as they work into turn 2. Back out front, 315 of Zach Millet, putting some distance between himself and the 20 of Aaron Conover. Just over half a second, maybe 5 truck lengths back to the number 20 machine. Conover there just ahead of maybe a truck length in front of the 66 of Cody Harger. In behind Cody, again, the 41 of Donald Ray. Top 4, top 5, really unchanged here in the last 3 or 4 laps. And looking back through the field, the number 1 truck of Ben Choate runs 12th. Dale Legan now up to the 9th spot. Dale working on the 81 of Anthony Rayner. Number 81 truck just ahead there, the Harley Davidson sponsored truck. Looks like Dale's got Anthony looking in his mirror a bit, gets the truck a little too low on corner entry, puts it on the apron. It's going to cost him some momentum off corner exit. Down the straightaway, Legan looking to the inside into 3. He may have this position on exit of 4. We'll see if he can pull it off. Move Dale Legan, at least for now, to the 8th spot around the 81 of Rayner. Here comes the 18 of Dan Butler around the 52 of Ronaldo McKinnon. Car in the fence off turn number 2. Single car keeps it going straight. Not sure who it was. Not Shane Wagner. It was a whiter truck. It might have been Pete Woodrum. Still checking on the leaders here. The 315 still in command. Deficit still just over half a second, not gaining or losing at this point. Conover kind of maintaining that gap. Stretching things out a bit from the 66, though. Conover headed to the front. Dale Legan still holding on to the 8th position. He's got the 18 of Dan Butler in behind. Jamie Kerr up to 7th. He's big mover here so far. 11 spots improved since lap 1. 75 truck moving towards the front in that HBR TV paint. Putting on a good showing so far, managing a top 10. Mark Thomas has slipped just a bit, giving up position to Mike LaJoy. Now he's possibly going to give up this spot here to Jamie Kerr off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Jamie to the inside. Not sure if Mark's got some right side damage on that number 50 yet. It does look like the right front does have some damage. Certainly costing the driver of the 50 some pace as he slips to the 7th spot. Quarter distance here at Kansas Speedway. 20 laps in, 60 to go.
Yellow.
And just as we say that, the yellow flag is out. Could be Brian Torshar reigning champion in trouble here. Yep, it is indeed. No, maybe the 2 is not pleased. This car's just going to drive on through here. Well, let's go back and take a look, see what we can see with Brian Torsha, possibly related here with Pete Woodrum. Torsha coming out of the dog leg here. Now makes contact with the 81. We're going to back that one up here. 81's coming down, the 2's coming up, and they meet somewhere in the middle. Brian Torsha into the safer barrier, the 81 down low. Brian Rupert might sneak through, makes a little bit of contact with the 2. Or slides down again. And then Pete comes in after. I don't know what's going on there, but either way, see it for what it's worth. Fast repair used by the driver, the number 2, Brian Torsha, is going to get back out there. Leaders on pit road. Zach Millett, a little bit of damage to his right side as well. Looks like fuel only, possibly some repairs. Jack's not going up on his truck or the 66, but Zach's going to take the time here and get some of that sheet metal damage fixed on the right side. While we are under caution, we have to thank My Cricut Makes custom-made signs and a lot more. For details, contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. And LSI, Litchfield Specialty, associate sponsor of the My Cricut Makes Truck Series. And Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon and Sons Trucking Incorporated. Caution light still on. Probably one more time around before we get the 1 to go signal. Cody Harger has inherited the lead after that cyclist stops. The 315 of Zach Millett did have some repairs to complete on the pit lane. Did not take tires, but certainly an extended wait in the pit lane. He's cycled back to the 6th position, is the 315 of Zach Millett. Still a little bit of right rear damage on that Chevy Silverado. I would only bet that on his final stop of the evening, he will use that fast repair, get that truck back into shape, headed towards the front. Even with the damage that he has, I expect him to still be a top 5 truck. Continuing another story, the 2 of Brian Torsha, again involved in that last caution, listed still on the lead lap. So Torsha manages to get the repairs made to that Silverado, gets back out to join the pack and have another crack at it here without having to worry about a lucky dog later on in the event. Field working start finish once again. We'll take a look at the lights on top of the pace car. They do go out. Wave rounds and lucky dogs will go on by. Field forming up 2 by 2. We will be back to green the next time round. Conover's got a little connection issue there. We have had 2 cautions now so far in the race. We talked about the fuel window of 28 to 32 laps. Again, that was strictly under the green flag, so that number will certainly go up a bit They did take the opportunity to hit pit lane, but even if we go green from here on out, you're still going to need to stop one more time for fuel and probably that last set of tires. So again, different strategies playing about. Got to do some math when you're sitting behind the wheel, as a lot of these guys don't have crew chiefs. We don't run spotters per se, other than the one that iRacing provides digitally. Pace car is down. We wait on the 66 to fire. He does. Green flag waves. We're back underway from Kansas Speedway. Lap 25 goes on the board. Good restart by the 66. Conover battling with the 41 of Ray, trying to keep the 41 in behind. Mike LaJoie now slips up to the 4th position, and now Zach is in 5th, the 315, battling with the 75 of Jamie Kerr. Jamie down low, off exit of 2, down into turn number 3. Zach still working the high side. We saw it earlier on. Bottom was the best place to be, at least for trying to make a pass. That may change throughout the running of the event. You see Zach diving down to the bottom to cover that low lane. He does get enough to clear the 75 of Kerr off turn number 2. Cody Harger continues to lead over the 20 of Aaron Conover. Donald Ray 3rd, LaJoie 4th, Zach Millett still 5th. Still some damage to the 315 truck as Jamie Kerr actually is going at it again here, trying to take over that top 5 position. Maybe it's just that he's got the 18 of Butler to his tailgate. It's time to go, as 75 says. Got to make the move and go around the 315 of Zach Millett. Unable to do it though. Zach maintaining the momentum on the top side. Butler trying to make the moves down low. It might cost the 75 the position. Move Jamie Kerr back to 7th and Butler up to 6th. Butler might be moving his truck towards the front as well, making the move down low on Zach Millett as well. Maybe move Butler up to the 5th position, but Zach battling back on the high side really effectively to work off turn number 2. No drafting help for the 18 either. It certainly comes into play ever so slightly here at Kansas. Butler's got a fast hot rod though. He's by the 315. It looks like he's gotten around Mike LaJoie as well. Move Butler up to 4th. Big mover on the day. Started 22nd. Here he is lap 30. 10 of shy of halfway up in the 4th spot. Safely into the top 5 as he works on the 41. Butler is going towards the front. 14.8 second stop that last time. The pit stop for Dan Butler. I can only imagine he did take that set of tires that he had to his use. It's going to work out nice for him now, but if we go green to the end, it's going to hurt him later on. But you see that truck charging towards the front, now battling for the 2nd spot, taking that away from the 20 of Aaron Conover. And Butler on a charge here this evening at Kansas Speedway. Fresh tires, they certainly make you feel like you're Superman, and he's showing it right now. He's cut through the field and made his way towards the front. Still battling with Aaron Conover, though, for that 2nd position. And Conover's in the wall. 20 of Aaron Conover, a misstep into turn 3 and 4. It looks like having some issues with that F-150. We stay under green. I'm just going to go ahead and rewind it because it doesn't even show it. Seemed like there may have been some contact made with himself in the 41. So Conover, the F-150, the blue and black number 20 Fastenal ride. He's working, battling with the 18 of Butler. He's got the 41. Donald Ray in behind. This is entry to 3. Hanover's up in the ultra high lane. That Larson line gets into the loose stuff, and it's just all by himself. A little bit of a mistake. Hanover gets in the fence, kills his momentum. Ray gets hard into the back. Hard to do anything about that if you're the 41. You got to lock up the brakes, and it's really going to send the truck up into the high lane. But there you see, makes contact with a 20 at Conover. We stay under the green flag, so that's going to be tough for Aaron. Back live, Dan Butler passes Cody Harger for the top spot. New tires to his advantage. No sense for Cody to bother fighting him. He's not going to win that battle. Take a moment here while we have the opportunity. Get a long green flag run here. Lap 35 of 80, just shy of the halfway point. Let's go through the field. This is Dan Butler, the number 18 truck. Fresh tires on that Toyota Tundra has brought him swiftly to the top spot. He puts a gap on the 66 of Cody Harger. Cody started from the pole position, has been up front most of the evening, but finds himself in second after being passed by the 18. Mike LaJoie runs in the third spot. He's up quite a few spots, started 16th on the day, running top 3. Ed Boyles Jr., a name we haven't heard much this afternoon. The 38 Milwaukee Tools machine, a little bit of damage to the tailgate area of that truck, but still running solidly in the top 5. Speaking of damaged trucks, the 315 of Zach Millett, class of the field for a little while there, was able to make the moves on the 66 and lead for quite a while. Had an extended pit stop, did not take tires. Again, damage on the right rear of that truck as he gets into the fence again. Contact by the 24 of Requino, very similar to the incident with Conover we just saw a moment ago. Steve Requino, though, now he's in the 6th position after that contact. That's going to hurt the 24, I think, more than the 315. This is going to kill the nose on that machine. Steve Requino now slips back to the 8th spot. 75 of Jamie Kerr has snuck on by. He's in the 7th position with the HBR TV paint scheme with Black Acid Racing Custom Apparel. Jamie picking up a new sponsor here for the Truck Series and the ARCA car. Ben Choate driving the number 1 My Cricut Makes, TRS, HBR TV, everybody, LSI. He's repping all the partners here in the series. Running good so far, up 12 spots, started 20th. Now finds himself in the 8th position. Mark Thomas just behind, maybe a truck length behind, is the Bad Obsession Motorsports number 50 Toyota Tundra. And Mark was running a GT1 league race at Laguna Seca last Sunday. Had that thing locked up, was leading on the last lap. Unfortunately, contact with the 2nd place car while that battle ensued. Was unable to bring home a checkered flag. Tough break for Mark. Hopefully we see him again this Sunday at Sonoma, but we'll wait and see. He's undecided if he will turn the laps. In the 10th spot, it is the 9 of Bill Voracek. Bill started off the night a little rough, had an incident, but he's finding himself back into the top 10, so a good recovery so far by the 9 of Bill Voracek. In the 11th spot, it is Dale Legan in the 05 truck with My Cricut Makes, Bad Apple Racing number 05. It's probably one of my favorite paint schemes out here on the track, and one of them is mine. So nicely done, whoever painted that one up. I like it a lot. It's sharp and it's fast. It's looking good out there. Just one position back out of the top 10. He runs 11th. Kevin Newborn, new paint for him as well, the number 51 Nike Pro truck. Newborn's up 12 spots, started dead last here this afternoon, did not take any qualifying laps. Shotgun on the field for Kevin Newborn. He's past half the field in the 12th spot. Brian Torsha, the 2. This is our reigning My Cricut Makes Truck Series champion, trying to defend that title here. Found himself in an incident. It's caught up in that, damage to that number 2 truck. Gets the fast repair. He's battled his way back into the 13th position, still on the lead lap for Brian Torsha. Pete Woodrum, the number 29 truck. Usually the 8, but tonight looks like the 29. Either way, you know who it is. He's running some Childress colors or Dale Jr. colors or something to that effect. This one is the old Harvick paint scheme. Looking good on that Silverado. Pete is up 9 positions, running in the 14th spot. But he does get into the fence there. Contact made with himself in the 3. This is going to bring out a caution. Multiple cars involved.
Caution. Any comments there, bud?
Ooh, almost more contact with Shane Wagner as they get into the pit lane. We've seen this happen a few times tonight where the truck on the high side gets into the wall and whoever is right in behind just cannot get woed up enough to avoid contact. See, Pete does take the fast repair there. Assumed he would. Ryan Rupert slings on by the inside into his pit stall. Pretty significant damage to the 3 truck as well. If he's got a fast repair to use, I suggest he use it. Right side tire is going on. I'm not sure if he's got a fast repair to burn. Well, let's go back and take a look at it here. We're on board watching with Pete Woodrum. We're catching it a little bit late here. Let's back it up. Go a little wider. Woodrum's in the fence. Brian just barely clips him. It's just enough to get him crossed up and then in front of the 29 truck. Shane Wagner comes in. He's got nowhere to go. Gets the door. Left front fender on Rupert. Rupert is really getting the brunt of this one. I think Requino gets through. Not sure if he ends up involved in this one or not. The 24 truck, the white and blue Napa machine, sneaks on by. Barely. A little too close for comfort for the 24, but not as good a result for the 3 of Rupert as he is badly damaged. Yeah, no fast repair for the 3. That or it just wasn't checked. Drivers hitting the pit lane here. Cody Harger as the leader is in the pit lane. Dale Legan. Now this is where this tire disadvantage comes into play. We talked about Dan Butler plowing through the field really with new tires. Well, that was the only set of tires he had to use. So all these guys are on the pit lane, leaving the pit lane now. They burned that set of tires just now. So they're going to run that to the end. 36 laps to go, 37 laps to go. That is beyond the pit window. So if we go green to the finish, aside from tires, these guys are all going to need to make a splash and go to make it to the end. You see Dan Butler came in as the leader with the fresh tires, comes out second. Only fuel for the number 18 truck. Maybe he only took 2. I'm not sure 100% what that is, but likely no tires for the 18 truck as they only had the 1 set to work with. Butler is listed now as the leader again. Again, he had the shortest stop on the pit lane. That tire advantage that he had is now gone. Everyone in behind him has got sticker Goodyears. They're going to chew him up in a hurry here. See how far he does fall. Again, it's a disadvantage in equipment. It's not a matter of who's the better driver here. Even if you're the best guy out here on 15, 20 lap older tires, there's nothing you can really do about it. The lap time on stickers is way better than what you're going to have to be able to keep up with on a set of scuffs or even older worn tires you still got on the truck. You're just not going to be able to maintain that pace. Field working into turn number 3. Still single file, lights still on top of the pace car. Your guys cutting fuel already, trying to save. And I don't see these guys making it all the way to the end on this tank of fuel. It's just, that's a long ways to go. It's going to be tight. If it stays green, it's going to be tight. If these guys get real good and save fuel, we're on the 1 to go. That'll put us at 34 laps to make it to the checkered flag. This one's going to be fun to watch. If they can keep it green all the way to the finish, you're going to have guys running out going into turn 2, coming off 2, down the backstretch, all over the place. And the most I could get out of the tank was about 31.25 laps before it ran dry. Time will tell. Pace car lights are off. We're formed up 2 by 2. ready to go back under the green flag.
Green flag.
Dan Butler in the throttle right away, knows he's got to get out to an advantage to try and salvage whatever he can here. Jamie Kerr in the second spot, Cody Harker third, Mark Thomas, Ed Boyles, that's your top five as they work into turn number one. Battle for the lead. Cody Harker takes it away from the 18 of Butler. Again, new tires for the 66. Not much of a challenge out of the 18 truck just yet. We've got Ed Boyles making a move to the inside, trying to take over the third spot from Jamie Kerr. Down low into turn number 3. Looks like Ed's going to have the spot. 38 machine moves him to the third position. Jamie Kerr now back to fourth. Mark Thomas hanging there in the fifth spot, being conservative, trying to save fuel. Again, it's going to be tight for all these guys to the finish. Dale Legan running in the 12th spot. He's got now the 19 of Eric Beadle down low. Beadle's trying to take that spot. Bill Voracek, though, beaten and battered, still in competition here, trying to see what kind of scraps he can pick up. Truck doesn't look pretty, but he's still holding the pretty wheel. Voracek running 14th, watching Battle and Legan go to task. Legan now trying to put the moves here on the one truck of Ben Choate. This off turn number 2. Legan trying to charge back towards the front. Legan's going to take the spot, move the 05 up to the 11th position. This battle now here, Steve Requino in the 8th spot, going around Aaron Conover. Remember, Conover had some issues, got up into the safer barrier, kind of all on his own, and was collected by another truck. He's gotten repairs made to that 20 machines on the lead lap in the top 10. He's got a fast Ford F-150. Let's see if he can make his way towards the front. But again, this changes everything again. I think everyone can make it to the finish now with this caution coming out. Not sure who it was. Maybe Kevin Newborn. Ben Choate involves. He bends there backwards. Newborn is already towed back to the pits. Let's take a look, see what happened with the 51 and the 1. The 7 checked up hard. What is going on there? Big contact with the 51 and the 1 truck. I want to back that up and see what's going on with the 7. It seemed like Kevin Feemster got in the brake pedal big time here. You see the 07 let off the throttle, off corner exit. 51 doesn't see it coming. There's nothing he can do about it at this point. He tries to go high, but contact is made. It's already an issue up and ahead of that. 2 totally different incidents. Maybe that was what was going on. Feemster may have seen the 1 of Ben Choate having an issue. So let's go back there. Let's look at that replay with Ben. Yeah, looks like Ben and Dale Legan make contact. Bill Voracek's involved. So yeah, it looks like Feemster saw what was happening, checked up. 51 didn't see what was getting ready to happen, did not check up, made contact at the tailgate of the 7, and there you have it. Now you know the story, at least from what I can see. So I guess it's the curious question. We've got some drivers taking the opportunity to pit. Don't know that anyone really has tires to work with. Maybe it's just topping off the tanks to make sure. Dale Legan involved, a little bit of contact, some damage to the 05, right front specifically. Ronaldo McKinnon rolling down the pit lane. Legan's on his way back out. 3 in the 9 trucks of Rupert and Voracek. Not looking so clean today. I would be curious to see how this plays out. The pit stop for the 315 truck of Zach Millett was 14.78 seconds. To me, without seeing that pit stop happen, that tells me he took tires. Maybe he didn't take them in the last caution. Let's see if I can watch this. Zach Millett leaves pit lane. All right, so this is the 315 of Zach Millett, his last pit stop. Comes to a stop in the box. Right side's going up, so definitely right side tires. And lefts. 4 tires and fuel for the 315 truck of Zach Millett. This is going to be interesting to watch him try and cut his way through the field. He is quick, but with a little bit fresher tire on that truck. It's gonna be fun to watch him work his way through the field towards the front, see if he can do anything with our leaders. Cody Harger, Donald Ray, Ed Boyles Jr., Mike LaJoy, Dan Butler. That's the top 5. This does help Dan Butler a little bit. Again, he did not have any more tires to work with when that caution came out, so this just kind of helps him save the tire he does have under the truck right now to be used for the balance of this race. .54 laps in. We've got 16 trucks still on the lead lap. Last truck on the lead lap is the 8/29 of Pete Woodrum. But with 26 laps to go, anybody that pit on this caution does have enough to make it to the finish. The guys out front that didn't pit this time, looks like Cody Harger, Donald Ray. Unless they find a way to save, or get another caution, I don't know if they're going to make it to the finish. It's going to be an interesting one to watch for certain here. Lights are off atop the iRacing pace car. We're going to get the green flag here with 25 to go. And for some reason, Dale Legan is in the pits, maybe trying to get repairs still made to that 05 truck. We are getting ready to go back to green, though. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch the field. That's going to put him a lap down here momentarily, unless he can leave the pits. Stay out in front of these leaders. Pace car's down. Cody Harger in the throttle, back underway here at Kansas Speedway. 25 laps to go. Battle for the top spot. Cody Harger's got it. 41 to Donald Ray was putting a challenge on that 66. Here we have Ed Boyles as well. He's trying to track down and make a move for the second spot up top. Darkness has fallen on the speedway. Lines are certainly changing a bit. Track temperatures have come down. A little bit more grip out there. Just see the 38 dropping down to the bottom. Ed Boyles trying to take over the second spot, move his way towards the front. Boyles pit on this last caution, so fuel conservation certainly not on the mind of the driver, the number 38. 23 laps to go. Out front, the battle continues. Boyles and Ray, the number 41 truck up top. Down low, the 38 Milwaukee Tools machine. Thought he was clear, not quite. Tried to force it in front. Now he is clear. A little bit of contact made between Boyles and Ray. It's allowed Mike LaJoy, Jamie Kerr to catch up to these guys. 41 now trying to cross back over. Donald Ray wants that second position back. Good battle going on here for second, third, and now fourth. Really, any one of these guys, top 7 here. Even Brian Torsch a little bit further back in the 8th spot. These guys all have a crack at this win here. Cody Harger's out front, but that remains to be seen. This race is not over by any stretch. Fast trucks in behind the 66, and we don't know if Cody can even make it to the end on fuel. So this battle for second may come down to who actually wins this race. Now Jamie Kerr down to the bottom. We're going to go 3 wide as we cross the line, at least close to it. Jamie Kerr trying to go from 4th to 2nd. They go into turn 1. He's still in the throttle. What a battle. Jamie Kerr down low takes over the 3rd spot. Now he's trying to steal 2nd off turn number 2. Jamie Kerr had a run for the ages. Wasn't able to clear the 41, but he's in the 3rd spot. The 38 machine's in behind him. Mike LaJoy up top. Coming to 20 laps to go. Now the 38 of Boyles drops down to the apron, trying to shortcut the track a bit. That is legal. No worries there. A little harder to pull it off. Hard on the tires, but here we see Jamie Kerr going to the top spot again. Officially right now has the lead off turn number 2. Can he clear the 66? Not just yet. Jamie Kerr still side by side with Cody Harger as they work into turn number 3. Jamie Kerr off turn 4, still trying to clear the 66. They may be bang doors here at the start-finish line. Cody Harger has it by half a truck into turn number 1. Can Jamie continue to move towards the front? Looks like Cody has missed the corner, or he just going way high for momentum. Jamie's going to clear Cody off the corner, though. New leader off turn 2 down the backstretch. It's the 75 machine of Jamie Kerr. Brings those HBR TV colors to the front of the field with 19, now coming to 18 laps to go. Still plenty of laps left before we can call this one clean and over with. Cody Harger, though, right to the tailgate of the 75. They go into turn number 1. Not sure if there was contact made. In behind Cody, though, the 41 of Donald Ray. Mark Thomas finds himself back up into the top 4 mix. And so does Aaron Conover into the top 5 after his struggles early on. Him and truck champion Brian Torsch running together 5th and 6th, with LaJoy in the 8th spot as Zach Millet actually takes over the 7th position. Remember, Zach Millet did stop and pit at lap 53, had 4 tires still over the wall, took advantage of that set, and he's working his way towards the front. He's got 16 and a half laps to go. Out front, though, Jamie Kerr continues to lead Cody Harger right to that back bumper. They cross the line. He's just to the inside of the 75. Nothing doing there. Staying in the mirror of Jamie Kerr. Both these drivers using very different lines. It seems to be the bottom is a little bit faster, but Cody can certainly carry a lot of momentum off the high side down the straightaway. Not quite enough to get on by the 75 truck just yet. Mark Thomas now making a move here, trying to get past the 41 of Ray. Move Mark Thomas up into the 3rd position. This has allowed Conover, and here comes Zach Millett now. Zach in the 6th spot. And Zach's coming out of a cannon here. Again, he's got fresher tires than I think anybody out in front of him here. Conover down low, tries to take away the line of Zach. Donald Ray may have used up his tires a bit, got him a little bit hot as he's starting to slide back now. Ray's going to lose this spot, put him back to position number 6. Conover continues to battle with Zach Millett. Bill Voracek down low. The slow truck may cause an issue here. Again, not intentionally, but he's there. Close quarters to get around that number 9, but they do it with style. Back out north towards the front, though. Mark Thomas has caught the 2 leaders. Jamie Kerr at the point. Cody Harger 2nd. Mark Thomas closing in. Thomas crosses the line with 13 laps to go. He sees the 2 guys he needs to get around just out front of his windshield. The 66 of Harger may not have enough Tiger in the tank to make it to the finish line. Jamie Kerr should be good to go. It's just a matter of holding off everyone in behind, but he doesn't need to worry about saving fuel. He just needs to make it to the checkered flag. Cody Harger looking to the high side now once again on the 75 of Jamie Kerr for the top spot. Top five all under a blanket off turn number 2. Conover taking a look to the inside of Zach Millett once again. These two continue to battle. Zach is just too strong with those fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles. He's going to look to the inside of Mark Thomas here for this position. Mark's trying to look for the second spot, though. While that all goes down behind him, he wants to get around the 66. Great racing up here at the front of the field with 11 laps to go. Mark Thomas taking a look to the inside of Cody Harger. Nothing doing there. Can't get to his door just yet. But he's also got the 315 of Zach Millett trying to do the same thing. They're going to be 3 wide here for the second spot. Nope. Zach thinks better of it. Tucks in behind the 66. Mark Thomas to the second position. Cody Harger battling back on the high side. Mark slips up the track a little bit. Has to check up to avoid contact. Again, clean racing by the 50 for certain, but has to give up that track position. Allows Zach to get to the inside of the 66. Now moves Zach Millett to the third spot. 10 laps to go here from Kansas Speedway. Mark Thomas slips back to the 5th position here. I'm sure he can still mount a charge to get back to the front. The wild card in this mix is the 66 of Harger. We don't know if he's going to have enough to make it to the end. Jamie Kerr, though, looking strong at the front of the field here, coming to 9 laps to go. He's going to have to hold off a fast driver in that of Zach Millett on fresher tires, no less. Best thing he can see in his rear view mirror is the 66 trying to battle for that second spot. Not allowing Jamie to get away, but at least lets him breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief as they work off turn number 2. Not sure what happened with the 66 of Harger. He has slipped to the 5th position. I don't know if he has realized that he doesn't have enough fuel and has to save. It's a little late in the game if that's what he's trying to do, or if he just had a problem. But man, we have a battle for the lead here. Zach Millett looking to the inside of Jamie Kerr into turn number 3, coming to 7 laps to go. Zach Millett down low on the 75 of Jamie Kerr off turn number 4. Jamie may lead this lap, but we don't know about the next one. Aaron Conover's coming in behind the 75 as well. A little bit of a push. Ooh, contact, a little slight contact with the 20 and the 315. Everybody stays in the throttle and they get away clean. But Jamie Kerr leads him off turn number 2. Aaron Conover's in the wall once again. Everybody gets through. A little wiggle out of the 20 trying to save the truck. He gets down low. No issues, no yellow, but trouble for the 20 of Aaron Conover. Meanwhile, Jamie Kerr up at the front of the field. 7 truck of Kevin Feemster is a lap truck, not for position, possibly on fresh tires as well as he sneaks on by. 6 laps to go. Zach Millett still has to mount a charge here. The traffic is getting less and less in behind the 75 of Jamie Kerr. It's Zach Millett, Mark Thomas, Aaron Conover maintains the 4th spot. Cody Harger is 5th. Fighting on board with Jamie Kerr out of Snow Camp, North Carolina. Looking back, the 315 of Zach Millett. It's possible that Jamie did take 4 tires on that stop as well. He pit on the same lap as Millett. Didn't check that replay for him to see if he did, but the pit stop time was about the same, so it's quite possible both these drivers on equal footing as we get to the closing laps here at Kansas Speedway. Jamie Kerr, the number 75, crosses the line, puts it 4 laps to go. Looking low, Zach Millett with a run, has to check up to avoid contact. He had a heck of a run going into 1 and 2. Wasn't able to do anything with it as Jamie took away the line. maybe even throwing a block there. Mark Thomas now trying to make a move to the inside of Zach Millet. Zach can't take the bottom lane. Mark Thomas moving towards the second spot. Again, music to the ears, or eye candy, so to speak, for Jamie Kerr as he looks in the rearview mirror, watches the 50 and the 315 start to do battle. Certainly makes life easier for him, albeit only a truck length and a half lead with 3 laps to go. Zach Millet trying to hold off the 50 of Mark Thomas while Jamie holds off the 315. 315 truck of Zach Millet seems to be the faster truck right now. Coming to 2.5 laps to go down the backstretch. Zach may pull out of this position to make a move into 3. Nope. Holds it tight. Drops it down 1 lane. Jamie takes the high side to have the momentum off the corner. Still a good corner for Zach Millet. Off turn number 4. Jamie slides down, tries to clear once again, and Mark Thomas is up top trying to take the spot away from Zach. 2 laps to go from Kansas. Jamie Kerr trying to make that truck as wide as a 5-lane highway, trying to keep the 50 and the 315 trucks in behind before he can get to a checkered flag and win at Kansas. Mark Thomas, though, quiet and smooth all evening long, is right to the tailgate of that HBR TV Silverado, the Bad Obsession Motorsports Toyota Tundra, right to the back bumper. Goes high into turn 1, trying to make a move. Lap car coming into play just up ahead. Not sure who that is, but hopefully they will get out of the way here. This is the final lap. Jamie Kerr down the backstretch for the final time. Mark Thomas, second spot, not even a foot in behind the number 75 truck. Jamie Kerr, high side once again. Mark Thomas a little higher, right there in the back bumper. Does he get a bump? Off turn number 4, Mark Thomas dives down low at the line. Who's it gonna be? Jamie Kerr, it looks like, may have won this by less than 6 inches. 2/100ths of a second. The victory goes to the 75 of Jamie Kerr. Mark Thomas, the 50 truck, just barely misses this one, finishes second. Zach Millet finishes third. Wow, what a finish here from Kansas Speedway. Race number 2 in the books for the My Cricket Makes Truck Series, and man, this was a good one. I think this just might be the first Truck Series win for Jamie Kerr. It is certainly the first win for new colors on that car, that truck, for Holler Boys Racing TV. A job well done for Jamie Kerr. We're going to step aside, take a short break. We'll be back with our top 3 finishers after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kansas City, Kansas, the Kansas Speedway for the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. race number 2, and man, was it one for the record books. This was a close one down to the wire. Jamie Kerr, late race pit stop, holds him off to the finish and wins it by 1.5 hundredths of a second. 16 1,000ths. What a finish. We're going to try to go to our winner here, have a word with Jamie Kerr in just a moment. In fact, let's see if we can bring Jamie into the broadcast booth. Jamie, it's Steve Singer in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Jamie Kerr, man, congratulations on the win. You pit for tires there. I think it was lap 53. I imagine that was kind of the plan. See if you can take those tires as late as humanly possible. But tell us about trying to hold off Mark Thomas and Zach Millett for this win. Those guys are quick, and you did it the hard way, man. You did a good job, and you got the victory. Tell us about it.
I kind of followed their lines, watched where they kept trying to run at, and I kept trying to just block a little bit. I wasn't trying to block to be mean about it, but I wanted to take away every bit of what they could do to get around me because I knew they were faster. And so I ran it as hard as I could and made it as wide as I could.
Well, you certainly did a good job taking away their racing line. I might be biased because you're running that HBR TV logo, but I didn't see anything dirty. And as the leader late in the race, you do what you got to do. I think it was a clean race for you for certain. And again, you had one of the cleaner guys out there, Mark Thomas, finishing second, and Zach Millett, a newcomer to the series as well. I think you had some solid racers that you just you beat out for the victory. So congratulations, Jamie.
I appreciate it. No, Mark had a heck of a run there at the end, and I knew if I didn't come down to the bottom, there was no way I was going to keep him back. I know that he had a heck of a run on the bottom there.
Well, doesn't matter how far you win by, as long as you win. Like I said, less than 2 100ths of a second was the margin of victory at the line. We'll have to go back and take a look at that one again. But before we let you go, Jamie, is there anybody that you need to thank?
Obviously HBR TV. It's on the truck. Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel and Allison Racing and KRM. Those are my 4 main sponsors. So those are the ones I'm thanking.
All right, Jamie. Well, thanks for chatting with us, man. Again, congratulations and good luck at the next one.
I appreciate it, and thank everybody for that race with us and put it on. It's a blast.
Was Jamie Kerr your winner of the number 75 truck, the Holler Boys Racing TV, Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel, and KRM Motorsports. Next up, we're going to go to the 50 of Mark Thomas. Mark, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy, Mark?
I do. Steve, how are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm out of breath, man. That was a fun one to call and an even better one to watch. How was it from your perspective? You came up short by just 16 1,000ths of a second.
So annoying. He wouldn't let me have the outside. I wanted the outside. Why wouldn't he give me the outside?
I think I see why he didn't give you the outside.
Yeah, that outside line was working for me tonight. It was really working for me. I had good pace off the runoff. But I'd been following him round for at least the last 10 laps, and I'd seen he was making that truck pretty wide. I mean, it wasn't an aggressive block, but he was just in the perfect place to stop me from getting the run. And then Zach behind, he was on it too, and I was just trying to conserve a little bit of tyre, and I thought last 4 laps I'm going to give it everything it's got. But yeah, just wasn't enough.
Well, you made it look good. You were almost there. I think if the wind blew a little bit harder, you might have gotten by at the line, but you made it a good race. And I said it to Jamie as well. In behind him, he had 2 of the cleanest guys out there, yourself and the 315 of Zach Millett. He wasn't going to get turned, but I really thought there was going to be a little bit of contact off turn 4 there, and he didn't do it. You just dove down to the bottom, and you almost had it.
I mean, I considered flapping the doors just to try and get a little bit more, but no, I just weren't going to have it.
Well, Mark, congratulations on the second spot. Well earned, just short of a victory. Before we let you get out of here, is there anybody you need to thank?
Well, I thank the OG League, everybody who's involved with the league. It's such good fun. Infuriating, but such good fun. Simplicity, Bad Obsession Motorsports for letting me run the paint. Yourself for just doing another epic job again. Just everybody. I'd like to thank everybody.
All right, Mark. Well, again, congratulations. Thanks for chatting with us, man, and good luck at the next one.
Thanks, buddy. Take care, Steve.
That was Mark Thomas, driver, the number 50 at Obsession Motorsports Tundra. Next, we'll go to Zach Millet, driver, the 315 machine. Zach, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Steve. Good to talk to you again.
You too, Zach. Congratulations on yet another decent finish here. Top 3 for you in that 315 truck. You led some laps early on. You had some tires here late. Thought you were going to charge straight to the front. You got almost there, just not quite enough. Tell us, was there anything else that you could have done to get by Mark and maybe make a challenge for Jamie for the win?
No, I don't think so. I think I used pretty much all I had coming from the back. I was thinking about conserving what I could, but I had to get there as quick as possible.
Now we've seen, the last couple of laps here with Jamie, throwing some blocks, trying to take some lines away. I didn't see anything real aggressive. How did it look out the windshield of your machine?
Oh, I was just talking to him. It was very well done. He wasn't aggressive in any way. It was very clean. When you're racing with these guys, it's just fun because they're going to race you clean.
Well, it was certainly an entertaining race on my end. It was a great one to call, great one to watch. I'm sure I'm going to go back and watch it just because it was just one for the record books. Zach, before we let you get out of here, though, is there anybody you need to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the OG Racing League for taking me in last second. It was a great bunch of guys to race with every week. Beetle Motorsports for giving me this paint scheme on this truck. And also like to thank you guys at Holler Boys Racing for always providing good coverage, and it's a great show every time.
Appreciate the kind words, Zach. We certainly do our best to try and get everybody involved. We sometimes miss guys, but let us know if that happens. Zach, congratulations on the top 3, man. Good luck at the next one. Talk to you soon.
You bet, Steve. Thank you.
That was third place finisher Zach Millet in the 315 machine. Again, a crazy race, a great finish. This one just had everything. I think setting this thing up with one set of tires and reduced fuel really played a major factor in how these guys had to race this event to be around at the end and have a chance for the win. And we saw it. The guys that saved that set of tires and gambled, I think it was the top 6 cars, top 6 trucks that pit on lap 52. Out of that group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them took 4 tires. Mike LaJoy was the only one that did not take tires and was still able to bring it home in a top 5 finish. So tires certainly played the biggest part here. That is for certain. I want to go back and see if I can even find finish here. You guys bear with me. I just want to replay that one again because that was just too good not to play it one more time. Still looking. Bear with me. See, Mark Thomas slips down to the bottom. Soft turn 4 coming to the line. And that's the finish. I think we got a better camera here. Let's take a look at the start finish. There you go. There is your margin of victory. It isn't much, guys. It's a quarter of a truck, not even. That was a close one. A great finish here at Kansas Speedway. This OG Racing League has been a blast to cover. Really looking forward to the rest of these going forward, the rest of the season. Hopefully they're all just as good. Can't all be perfect, but man, this one was certainly a winner. 100% right to the end. Cool to watch. So with that, we're going to thank the sponsors one more time before we hit the road. Special thanks to My Cricut Makes. Of course, it is the My Cricut Makes Truck Series, custom-made signs, and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. An associate sponsor, LSI Litchfield Specialty. And Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. And again, special thanks to all of you out there. We're going to go over the official race results. Again, Jamie Curry, your winner, the number 75 with Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel and Holler Boys Racing TV brings it home, top spot, 16 1/1000ths of a second ahead of the 50 of Mark Thomas. Zach Millet, the 315 truck, finishes third. Aaron Conover, after a tough evening, battles back to a fourth place finish. Mike LaJoy finishes in the 5th position, with reigning truck champion Brian Torsha finishing in the 6th spot. Steve Raquino was 7th. Ronaldo McKinnon finishes in the 8th position. 9th was Ed Boyles Jr. Dan Butler finished 10th. Dan was playing the gamble with the tires. He made his way towards the front, pretty much did what the rest of these guys did at the end of the race. He did it kind of just past the midway portion. It kind of worked out for him. Butler still finishes 12 spots ahead of where he started, so still a good night for the number 18 machine. Eric Beadle finishes 11th. Pete Woodrum was 12th. Cody Harger slowed late. Not sure if he had fuel issues. Finished 1 lap down. I can only imagine either he had an incident or ran out of fuel. But Cody Harger finishes 13th. Donald Ray, the 41, he was a contender all night long, finishes 14th. Dale Legan with My Cricut Makes finishes 15th. Bill Voracek, 16th. 17th was Kevin Newborn. Kevin Feemster was 18th. 19th position was Matt Newborn. Ben Schote was 20th. Shane Wagner, 21st. Brian Rupert, 22nd. 23rd was Anthony Rayner. And last truck in the field was the 12 of Douglas Wolcott. So that is your race results here from Kansas Speedway, the My Cricut Makes Truck Series. Before we get out of here, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the stream. We had a pretty good crew here in the Facebook stream tonight. Appreciate y'all being here. Please go ahead if you haven't done so already. Follow us, like, share, subscribe on Facebook.com/HollerBoysRacingTV and also on YouTube at HollerBoysRacingTV. Both those platforms are streamed live each week for the races. Obviously, we've got Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for the OG Racing League and Superior Class Auto Racing on Mondays and Tuesdays. OG goes live 7:45. SCAR, Superior Class Auto Racing, usually 8:45 or 9 p.m. Usually Tuesdays is the 9 p.m. So if you want to check out any other broadcast, please do so. They are all saved online. If you want to go back and watch, please do that as well. Share them with your friends. And again, a special thank you once again to all of you for showing up here in the stream. Certainly appreciate the support. And thanks to OG for having me broadcasting, because man, this was a good one to watch and I had a blast. So for that, thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the next one. Have a good night.